Hey, this is Mo from the Mobile Marvel, and today I'm going to be making a video where I walk you through on how to set up your new Chinese ROM device. Let's go. First things first, you just unboxed your Chinese ROM device and you're like, what do I do? So I'm just going to walk you through the steps, whether it's this, any one of them. Not Huawei, by the way. This video has nothing to do with Huawei. So let's get into that. And we're going to go through each and every step from the point you unbox the device to the point I would think that it's pretty much ready to go. Let's go. So you can see I've got my device working perfectly like a normal Android. I have my widgets. I have circle to search on the device. It pretty much feels like any other Android device that I currently own. That is a global ROM version. Now let me show you how exactly to set one up. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna, start up that device and you have to pick your language. Now, some of them will give you more options than others. Like we know Oppos and Vivos are giving you more options now, but a Xiaomi, for example, still gives you very, very limited number of languages, generally English and Chinese only. So that is something to keep in mind. Again, it's never going to be as good as what normal Android or global Android is, 80 up to 80 languages. You're not going to get that, but there is an improvement here. So that's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to set up and decide, what language you're going to set up in the device. You're going to sign in, usually not into your Google account, but you're actually going to sign in or create a new account with the brand of the device. So example, if you're buying a Vivo, you're going to sign up to a Vivo account. If you're buying a Honor, you're going to sign up to an Honor account. If you're buying an Oppo, you're going to sign up to an Oppo account. If you're buying a Xiaomi, you're going to sign up to a My account. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to turn on something called Google Basic Service Management. Now, this might be worded differently in certain devices, but it is identically the same feature. This basically allows or restarts Google services and everything will kind of work seamlessly. We're talking about password fills and all of these things. Otherwise, wouldn't work if you don't turn this on. The next thing you're going to do is you're actually going to go into that device's app store. So with every Chinese brand, instead of the Play Store, what they instead have is they basically have a local domestic version of their app store. So with the Xiaomi, you're going to have the My Store. With the Oppo, you're going to have something called App Market. With the Vivo, you're going to have the Vivo Store. And there you're going to find, just by typing in Google Play, you're usually going to, or Play Store, you're going to get the Play Store. You're going to download that. And remember, the first app I recommend everybody to get is Gboard. The reason is I find Chinese keyboards very, very challenging to deal with. So once you have Gboard downloaded, the next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna quickly go in and change that input method. And I would also generally recommend everybody to turn off that security keyboard because those security keyboards are just so frustrating. The next thing I would do is go into the home screen and turn on the app drawer because, again, all the Chinese ROM, what you're going to see is every single app you download is going to be on the home screen, similar to iOS back in the day. So you don't want that, right? Then you're going to obviously download all your traditional Google apps. I'm talking about Chrome, Gmail, YouTube, Google Maps, Wallet, everything. And you're going to go in and change all the default apps to your preferred choice. Now, in my case, I changed the browser, I changed the gallery to photos. You don't have to change the gallery, but that's something I like doing personally. I changed, Google Drive to open PDF files. I use Docs to open Word files. I use Sheets to open Excel files. Pretty much everything. Now, one thing, it would depend on you is one thing I might not change is a phone, because there are certain features like call recording that do work with the Chinese ROM devices. So some of them will also let you make the wallet, like the Oppo, the new Oppo will let you make Google Wallet as a default wallet app, which something like the Vivo will not let you do. So that is something to keep in mind. Again, for most of them, you can change everything, but the Google Wallet app might not be possible to make default in many of the Chinese ROMs. I think only Oppo allows it right now. The next thing that's really, really important to do is giving your apps a lot more less restrictions. So what I generally do is give a lot more permissions and auto start functions for apps that I want constantly running from the start for notifications. And I also generally give them unrestricted access. One of the advantages, by the way, of this is some apps you just don't want unnecessary notifications from. And in this case, they're already restricted. But of course, all your major ones, your WhatsApps, your Gmails, if you're using Outlook Mail, then for that, or any other sort of very important where you need the messages to come through or you need notifications to come through, please do put them on auto start and unrestricted background access. That's usually available in the battery management section. The next thing I'm going to kind of walk you through is how to get Circle to Search on a lot of Chinese ROM devices now. So this is a combination of really 4 apps. It might be 5, but 4 main apps that you need. One is a Google app. The next is Gemini, Google Assistant, and an app called MICTS. I'm going to link this down below so you can check that out yourself. Now, by the way, it's not an official app from Google at all, MICTS. Just need to point that out. So what MICTS basically does, it lets you run Circle to Search. Now, how do you run Circle to Search? Let me explain. You first have to set up Google Assistant, set up Gemini, and then you're going to go into your Google Home app or the Google app, the G app. And what you're going to do is you're going to go in and find the default AI assistant on these devices. Now, if you go into normal settings, you're not going to be able to find that, but you will be able to find that only within the Google app. Let me show you. But one thing I just want to point out here, I really like Vivo for this with that side button where you can kind of put any shortcut you want on that side button. So in my case, I'm using it for launching MICTS, which is basically my Circle to Search. Another alternative, which a lot of people use, is something called Vivid Navigation. And that will basically let you kind of use it like a global ROM device where you just kind of hold down at that bar at the bottom. I personally don't like it because I think vivid gestures and navigation brings up other issues for me. But if you have a Vivo, it's not an issue where you can just use the side button to launch it. So yeah, here you go. You're basically going to go into this little Android. It's a little tiny button there. You just have to click that, and there you must select Google as the option. And if you do that, you are going to be able to use Circle to Search. As you can see on the Oppo, it's a little bit more frustrating because you either put it in your side toolbar basically to launch it. That's one of the ways, because we do know that Oppo's side button doesn't allow you to load any app you want. Xiaomi, again, doesn't really have, but they do have Powerball where you can put MICTS in the Powerball section, and that does work really well as well. The last thing, once everything else is set up, before I set up my home screen exactly how I want, I will remove almost all the Chinese apps. 2 apps I generally don't remove. The first one is the main branded app. That will usually be your software updates, new software. That's kind of your way to connect with the brand. We're talking about software updates, we're talking about warranty and all of that stuff. I generally don't remove the app, which is the official store, because there is a possibility that you need to get a Google Play Store update from there. So besides those 2 apps, I will delete every other Chinese app off my phone. So if you enjoyed this video, please do like, and comment down below. And please also do subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. And also please do check out themobilemarvel.com. We do have you covered with all the Chinese ROM devices out there and global ones. And yeah, we do ship to most regions of the world. We do price match, and we are one of the best prices out there for these devices anyway. So please do check that out. The link's below. And also, I've been thinking a lot of people want some sort of support with, it's kind of like a little community, like where people are picking up like specific devices that are not really sold in their local markets. So this is not something I'm doing, but this is something I'm just contemplating, where please do let me know in the comments about this. Does it make sense for me to maybe start a WhatsApp or a Discord or something like that, where like-minded people can come and help each other out? Because I get asked questions sometimes that I actually find really hard to answer, because again, when I go through these kind of devices like this, I end up using them for maybe a month, maybe a month and a half, and then I switch on to the next one because I want to review the next or the latest phone that's out there. So there might be certain things that I actually don't ever really understand, or maybe I'm just unaware of certain parts of it. And again, I'm not everywhere at all times. So there might be certain things that have come out, new features that I don't know about. But there might be some of you out there that can actually help somebody else, or maybe you need help, which a sort of help that I might not be able to provide. So what do you guys think? Should I start a Discord or a WhatsApp group where like-minded people can just, talk to each other and support each other and help each other, and maybe get help as well regarding Chinese ROM devices and global ROM devices from Chinese manufacturer? Obviously, this will include Huawei when it comes to, the chat. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know about that as well. This is Mo checking out.